Welcome to BLB Culture Podcast. We are a group of 4 ladies discussing travel, lifestyle, wellness, and everything in between. You will hear us share our thoughts on tough topics such as Black women in corporate America, relationships, mental health, and so much more. We also plan to have Q&A sessions so you can get to know us a little better. Yeah, we plan to discuss it all. So sit tight, invite a friend, but most of all, enjoy the show. Ready? Here we go. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. You are back with the BLB Culture Podcast. You have myself, the host, Jada, and we have Tiffany T.
Hey.
We have Sheila, also known as Shishi.
Hello.
And AAA, the always amazing Arcuria.
Hi.
Arcuria, I just love saying that, but I can't believe I actually butchered that. We're gonna say that again. And AAA, the always amazing Arcuria.
Huh?
Well, I just wanted to do it right if we was gonna do it right.
Yeah, I was giving you the side eye for messing up my name on the slip over here.
I know. That's why I had to redo it. Black folk got to redeem themselves. Speaking of Black folk, that's exactly what we're talking about tonight. We are talking about Black folks. Now, what? I don't know. I just have some questions. This podcast may not really flow the way our other podcasts flow. It's just some random questions, but these questions are all about Black folks, Black people. Okay. So if you're listening, whether you're Black or not, it doesn't matter. DM us. Let us know if I don't come across a question or if you have an answer to one of these questions I'm about to ask. DM us. Let us know. Instagram, Facebook. Just let us know and we can add it in. Okay. All right. So one of my questions it seems to always be a topic, right? Is do we really have to support all Black businesses? I mean, listen, I'll go first, and I'm just gonna put it on out there. Listen, I'm not trying to offend anybody or nothing like that, but y'all know good and well, just as well as I do, all these Black businesses that's hollering support us, ain't got the best customer service. I mean, and I'll give a personal experience. I ain't calling no names, but I was trying to get my hair done. And I was trying to get it done a certain way. This is natural. So I just can't go no anywhere. And the young lady I reached out to, she told me what time to be at her place. And I was there. Y'all know how I am. I'm always before time. I was there 15 minutes ahead of time. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't expecting her to be there 15 minutes ahead of time. But I did expect her to be there at the time she told me she was going to be there. 20 minutes later, after the time she was supposed to be there, she texts me saying, "Oh, something came up. I'll give you a discount if you just wait." Now, come on. First of all, yeah, and that's why I said I'm going first because listen, I'm gonna just lay it all out. First of all, when we always hollering about support Black businesses, the next sentence we always saying is, don't expect a discount. You should pay me full for my services just like you paid everybody else. But now you want to offer me a discount because you late? No, I just want my service. Now, but then I'll be wrong if I took my green money over to somebody else who don't look like me and support them. So I'm just saying that was my experiences. I mean, come on now, be real. Tiffany, what do you think? Do we really have to support all Black businesses just because they Black? We just forget about everything else?
So I'm one, I do try to support Black businesses. I try to support family members. I try to support friends. I do my very best to do so. However, it has to be a product that I actually want. That's one of the pet peeves that kind of gets under my skin. Support me just because it's me. Well, you don't have anything that I want. I wouldn't go into Target and purchase it because I don't want it. So I'm not going to go to you and purchase it because I don't want it. Um, so, but I really do try. And to your point about the customer service,
Mm,
my people,
mm, Come on,
my
tell the truth.
people.
Listen
The
now.
customer service, it really does, it's lacking. And I believe that a lot of times we need to go to some type of course or some type of class on customer service in order to give proper for customer service, right? You know, we it's I have a list of black owned businesses that I would never go to because of their customer service.
Dang, wait.
You-
At least I ain't got no list.
Oh, I have a list because I try to support them, but I do have a list. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to do that again because of the way you either talk to me, or you didn't deliver the service, or you were late, or you. It's just a whole slew of things that I would not had to go through if I had went down to Johnny's down the street.
Right.
Um. So yeah, that's my take on it.
You know what? That's actually a good point. People think that just because they start this business, you're supposed to support them. Yeah, but I don't need that. Like, you trying to sell me hair bows. I ain't got no little girls. Like, I mean, I don't have daughters. So I'm gonna buy a hair bow and do what with it? Wear it myself? No, boo. I'm well over in my 40s. I don't do that. I carry. Are we supposed to be just supporting these black businesses just because they got the word black in it? I mean, help me out.
No, you only support a business that you believe in, whatever it is they're selling. Now, don't get me wrong. I may share a post because it's like, okay, for instance, if it's a hair bows, I may not need hair bows, but someone on my timeline may have a daughter where they can use the hair bows. Of course, share a post. But so I'm not just going to not so it's different ways to support people other than spending money. You can always tell people about their services. You can tell people what they
Point.
do. So I
Mhm.
support a lot of people by sharing their message, but only if I know they have good customer service. So if the customer
Mhm.
service piece is missing, I'm not referring you to someone else and have me looking bad for saying, "Oh, a courier sent me to this person, and this person couldn't even deliver on what it is I needed."
You know what? I could be wrong. Let me just say this, but to what they just said, uh taking this course on customer service or need to go. No, no, we all fully grown. We all know right from wrong because our mama told us when we was 2 years old, right? So sorry, no. You know how you want to be treated. You've been given test after test, right? On how to be on time. You had to be on time for kindergarten, you had to be on time for middle school, high school, and college. You know good and well you had to be on time for church, for funerals, and for weddings. No. So, you got to go to a class or school to know how to. No, I ain't falling for that. I am not falling for that. Sheila. So, Sheila, I'm supposed to just support your black business because you're black? Well, how do you feel about that?
No, well, I try to support black businesses. Unfortunately, it's so hard to get to the good ones.
Mm,
So, if I have time, then yeah, I'm gonna go and support a black business or buy from a black business. But if I don't have time, I'm gonna go where I know I'm gonna get good service. Because as well as black businesses have bad customer service, also other companies as well have bad service too. So
mhm.
what I do, I keep a list of. I'm one of those
You
consumers
got a
where
list too?
I don't really have a list, but I'm one of them consumers where if I got bad service from you, I'm not gonna tell you a complaint. I just won't come back.
Mhm.
And so that's the problem with that. So they don't know that their service was horrible, or that maybe they do, but they're not gonna hear it from me. I just won't either take the service or I would never return again.
I agree. I mean, that's a good point, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I don't support none of them at all,
Mhm.
but I'm not gonna get on here and sit here and say I support all of them. No, because then I would be lying. I'm not gonna say that. And Akira, you made a really good point. You don't have to physically purchase from a business, right? In order to support them, just share a post. If they put it on Facebook, and if it's something, you know, you represent, because you got to understand it's going to represent you, and they'll easily put it off on you. Well, Arcaria had it on her Facebook page. Arcaria said this was a good place to go eat, and I went there, and here go my next question, ladies. And as soon as I walked in, the lady behind the cash register said, "Okay, sis, how you doing? Come on in and sit down anywhere, sis." Is that professional? I mean, listen, I have another one. Wait, I have
But at the
another one.
same time, hold
Mhm.
on. At the same time, we've been to a sports bar, and the white waiter is being overly funny or just being aggravating in a way. So, but we still just like pass it off as he's being just being goofy, and so it still goes both ways.
I get that. And I understand that. I understand that. But here's my rebuttal to that. Whether it's, being overly funny or goofy or rude customer service, to me, I don't care the color of your skin. Your rude customer service will never see my black face again. You being disrespectful, it don't matter. Like, just those things come before whether you're white, Asian, Hispanic, black, all, the way I feel when I enter your facility, spend my money and leave your facility is always going to come above you and what you look like and whether we look alike. That's how I think. But if you did walk in, and I'm going to use this word loosely, and Akiri already know how I feel about hearing this all the time. And you walk, and I'm just think I don't know why I'm thinking like wing spots, right? You walk in, and the black man behind the counter say, "Okay, queen, come in, queen, queen." I said it, I can't. You know I was gonna slide that in there somewhere.
I knew it was coming.
You know
Between
it.
sis and
Listen,
queen, I knew
again,
it.
for everybody that's listening, let me remind you, let me say this, I'm not harping on black businesses. Again, the way that I'm respected and the way I feel is gonna always come up first above anything else, regardless of what you look like. Okay. I do support black businesses, but at the same time, don't expect me to support you just because you black. It's just some things that I don't hear if I go to, a non-black business, and I appreciate that. So I would like to. I don't have to hear you. Oh, you know what? That's my next question. Because again, we talking about black folk questions, right?
Mhm.
Why everybody a king and a queen? And let me be more specific. Tiffany, help me out. You see a young man, hands sagging so low he can barely walk. He knock kneed all of a sudden because he can't get his pants up. I mean, and his wife beater, and that's all he got on, and tattoos up his eyelids, and smelling like as loud as outside. Smelling like, I'm just saying. But you see on Facebook a post,
You know what?
"Hey King, King." Okay, maybe I'm being over the top on that, but you know what I'm talking.
Oh, what about beautiful? Hey, beautiful. She's not beautiful. I'm just saying.
What? It's true. I agree with that.
Shady
I
Sheila.
agree. I agree. Shady Sheila. Uh-oh. I think Sheila got a new nickname. Shady Sheila. I mean, but what do you think about what do you think about always calling people king or queen? Don't get me wrong before y'all answer and before everybody listening. I know your goal is to uplift. Okay, I get that. But come on now. I think it's sometimes it's just way too much with this trying to uplift everybody, and they ain't even trying to uplift themselves. Okay, go ahead, Tiffany. I know.
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's just
Okay.
yeah, I think it's just like a greeting. So it wouldn't bother me if I walked into a restaurant. She's like, "Hey, sis, come on, sit down, have a seat." I'm like, "Oh, this place about to be bomb." Okay, I'm about to get the best wings and macaroni and cheese gonna be on point. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't bother me as much. Um, However, as we talked in the past topic, if that bothers me if I'm dating a person and he's calling me beautiful
Oh,
and doing it, that bothers me then. But as far as going and
like overly doing it. Oh,
yeah,
it's overly
yeah,
overkill, is what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Mhm.
Right. I curious, what do you think? Okay, queen. Everything. If you ask for, excuse me, can I have a straw? Okay, queen, I got you. I'm sorry. Can I have extra napkins? Okay, queen.
To be honest, I never noticed it until you pointed it out to me. And when we were having a conversation, and I was like, oh, I didn't even notice that. But when you go overseas, a lot of times when black people see you, they be like, okay, queen. They be like, come here, queen. And if I say sir, I remember when I was in Egypt, I referred to the guy as sir, and he was like, no, you don't refer to me as sir. You are a queen here. I was like, oh, okay. So
My bad. Look, I just want to make it back home.
Was he
Listen.
trying to sell you something?
you know he was trying to sell me something.
See, what is that? What is it? Ulterior motive. See,
You
he was
know
trying
that
to sell you something. So of
okay,
course you queen.
yeah, you queen and you're beautiful. You're a beautiful queen.
Okay, another question. What I mean, because there's so much we can say about black businesses, and I know I'm gonna get tons of DMs. That's fine. Say what
Yeah,
you
you about
say.
to get an email.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fine. Go and email it. Go and email it. Go and send a DM. That's fine. I ain't hiding. All right. Another black folk question. So, do y'all notice or do y'all believe that we secretly discriminate towards like lighter skinned black folk than darker skinned black folk?
It's
I
not a
mean,
secret.
you said it's not a secret. So you think it's
No.
true?
Yes.
Okay. Examples?
Yeah,
Anybody?
when I was in the military, I was friends with the lady, and she didn't care for light skinned mixed or light skinned black people at
Wow.
all.
She was
Yes.
a black person. She was a black woman.
Yeah, she was dark skinned, and
Mm,
I would see it all the time with her, and it was just sometimes it takes you a while to connect the dots,
mhm.
and yeah, she was racist against her own people. I
Wow.
don't know if I can say she was racist, but pretty much.
I mean, she
Um,
discriminated. I mean, and people say black. Black folks can't do that. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Have you seen it or experienced it, Kira or Kyria?
Yeah, I have. I've heard where people say a dark skinned girl, oh, she should smile more, or she should wear lipstick to bring out her features or to enhance herself. And I'm like, she's pretty with or without lipstick. Lipstick isn't needed, but
Child.
so I feel like yeah, dark skinned girls are sometimes portrayed to be not as pretty, or you get the oh, you're pretty for a dark skinned girl, or if
Oh
you're
my God.
dark and
Mhm.
if then it's to go into a whole nother topic because if you think about the body image where that comes into play, so
Oh yeah, that's a
you
whole
definitely
nother
see the
topic.
discrimination.
That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother podcast. Y'all have to listen in for that one when we record that particular podcast. Tiffany, what do you think? So you think that there's some discrimination towards lighter skin black folk versus darker skin?
Yeah, I do. I mean, we see it every day. We see it in music videos. They only cast the light skinned girls with, the
Hmm.
slim bodies and, things like that.
Hmm.
So we see it and it happens and it's sad because, we talk about racism and we want to be all
Hmm.
treated equally, but then we do it within our own race. So it makes
Hmm.
no sense.
I agree. I was thinking about it's so it's and I don't think people pay attention but it's even in like marketing techniques. If you want people to buy a certain item, and I'm just saying not to offend anybody that's listening, right? But you put it on a lighter skinned person. And it's like it's a trick of the mind. And this is something that has been, I mean, I know some people are burning to say, just put it in our DM. Some people are burning to say, but this has been going on since, slavery. It's like, and we're taught this at a very young age to go ahead and make the difference. When I say in young age, I'm talking about just in cartoons. Go back and watch some of your favorite cartoons and see how black people, lighter or darker, are displayed and see how they're handled, right? So, yeah. All right, let me go to another question because I that Curia is right. That goes into a whole nother topic, and we are going to get there to that particular podcast about body image and the changes that we make to them, right? Whether we satisfying ourselves or satisfying somebody else. See, I'm already into it. All right, black folk question. My next black folk question, and we just gonna touch it. I feel like this can go somewhere else too. So, black men, they date other races, right? And but they always, but now I'm not gonna say they always, but a lot of black men will say, "Yeah, I date this other race woman because black women are." Wait a minute, I don't even care what the rest of that sentence is, but how come you dating somebody else got to be because of me, because of who I am and what I do? Like, what do you think about that, Sheila? So a black man, comes up, or a black man, they're holding a conversation and they say, well, I date an Asian woman or a white woman or whoever because black women are just fill in the blank. I mean, what
Mhm.
do you think about that?
I feel bad for him, and I feel bad for the person that he's dating
Mm.
because she's sitting there and he's only with you because of the color of your skin. He's not
Ooh.
looking at your character. Um, you're not. She's probably not even really fulfilling his life
Mhm.
because that's not how he was raised. So he's trying to be something else. I figure, to me, he's trying to be something that he's not. And then at the same
That
time,
is
some
very
some men
interesting statement. Yeah.
and some men, they just don't want to debate with their woman. They don't want her to talk back. They don't want her to be assertive.
Yeah.
So
Assertive.
that's
Great word.
I'll just leave it at that.
I was watching this, and I'm coming to you next, Tiffany. I was watching this Nollywood movie, and for those who don't know what a Nollywood movie, those are movies based in Africa, so an African movie, right? Okay, so I was watching this Nollywood movie to where this woman, this African woman, had just vacationed over in America for maybe let's say about 2 weeks, and so she went back home to Africa, and her boyfriend or whoever it was, she must have made a slick comment, and his statement was, "Look at you, already acting like the American woman." I had to pause and rewind and play that again. I was like, "Did he really just say that?" Like, it's in a movie. It's in a Nollywood movie. I mean, it just kinda gives you it just rubbed me the wrong way. What do you think about that, Tiffany? A black man, you hear a conversation, you're close by, or you may be within that conversation, and a black man said, "You know what? That's why I only date white women because black women are." What do you think about
Oftentimes they put down black women. And so I say to that, you don't have to put down another race to justify your preference. Just say, I prefer
right?
to date Asian. I prefer to date Caucasian. And that's okay. It's fine. But you don't have to come
Right.
back and say, oh, because black women is black women that. No, because that same person that you're looking for and all the qualities in that Asian person that you're looking for, you can find that in a black woman.
Mhm.
So don't put the race down. I think it's a lot of self hatred that goes on with that, and a lot of insecurities with men who do that.
Mm.
And they are men that we definitely need to stay away from. But the person that he's dating, like Sheila said, I totally agree. She
Yeah.
needs to stay away from him as well.
That is such a red flag, and if she's heard him say that and she's still sitting beside him smiling, girl, okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I got a little different question. It's kind of the same topic, but a little different. Why does it seem so taboo though for a black woman to date outside of her race? Why does it seem so much more acceptable for a black man to do it than a black woman? Like, what's going on with it? What do you think?
I don't think it's any less acceptable, but I think it's more so it's shock. You see more black men with non-black women in the media than you do black women with non-black men. So black women are taught to, oh, date a black man, find a black man. Black men need uplifting, and then it's the
Wait for your
identity. Wait,
What'd
what
you
you
say,
say?
also
Sheila?
wait for your Wait for your king.
Yes, wait for your king,
Mm.
Jada.
Pray for your
King.
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 Pray for your, and then it's, you should be there. You know, it's all of those things are being taught to Black women on how you should be there for the Black man, and how Black women have not loved the Black man, and you should be there. You should be a strong woman to be able to build him up and to help him reach his goals. So all of those things are taught to us, that when it comes to another race, it's like, I'm not even attracted to them, because I was always told things about Black men, and I don't think Black women have really been given the opportunity to explore if they're even interested in another race, because most Black women say, I prefer a Black man.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. Listen. Oh, let me not get in that. Yes, I agree. I completely agree. And that's so interesting you said that. We're taught, support your Black king, wait for your Black king. 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 Okay. I just want to say it 3 times in a row. King. Okay. Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what?
whatever. DM me, whatever. Whatever. All right,
Okay,
next
queen.
question.
Okay, queen.
Okay, queen. Okay, sis. Sis. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, don't get on that, Jada. Jada, just move on. Okay. The next question. Serious question. Serious question though. Tiffany, why is it so hard for Black people to admit that they have mental health issues? Why what's up with that?
I think it's just the way we were raised, and our culture. We were always, as we just talked about, build your man up, and stay behind him and be strong, and I think that it's looked at, and and I know our Carrie can definitely talk more on this, but it's looked at as
Yeah.
taboo
Mhm.
in our culture to go seek help for mental health issues. And when it's really not, because everyone should see a therapist, everyone. But
Everybody.
yeah, I just think it's looked at as being weak, that we don't
Mhm.
need that. So yeah.
Yeah, let me slide over there to Arcaria. Arcaria, I mean, I feel like you have a lot of experience with this. I mean, not that you have mental issues, but I think you have experience with this on a professional level. But why why is it hard to admit it? Why is it hard for Black people to admit that we have mental health issues and that we need help?
Because we have Jesus. So in Black people's mind, if
Hey,
you
wait a
have
minute
Jesus,
now. What we ain't gonna do is talk about the Lord.
I mean,
Well, you're gonna pray about it. You're gonna go in the room and pray about it and go and move on.
But no, she's
but
right. That's always the answer.
if
Where you got to pray.
it's the idea, as long as I have Jesus, I don't need anybody else. Which is true, as long as you do have Jesus.
Come on
But
now.
on the same token, you have to realize it's okay to get help. It's okay to seek therapy. A lot of Black people go to their pastors for help. There's nothing wrong with going to your pastor, but he's not a mental health therapist. Some pastors
Mhm.
are, but a lot of them are not. So they don't understand the mental health. They can help you with your spirit and your soul, but let someone else help you with your mind. Let someone else help you process things that's going on. And any good therapist would not tell you that Jesus isn't real, or wouldn't try to take you away from the church. More so, they're just going to help you doing whatever it is you're going through, to help you cope and respond to it better. So I think it's that. Oh, and another thing is, you're not supposed to tell outsiders what go on in your home, in your household,
Mm.
which
Mm.
which is
Ooh-wee.
another topic, because a lot of things that you see in Black households, it is reportable to CPS. And some Black people are afraid of CPS taking their kids. So you have that going on. So it's so many things that's going on that make it hard for Black people to acknowledge or admit to having mental
Mhm.
health issues. And then Black people don't believe, because you can't see mental health. So you can't see when someone's anxious. They can tell you about it, they can talk about it, but it's not, you can't see it. You
Mhm.
can't always see when someone's depressed. Sometimes you can, but all the time you can't see that. When someone has PTSD, you don't see that all the time. So when you think about a lot of mental health issues, Black people can't see it, so they don't believe it's real, or they believe it's something demonic or a spirit. They believe it's something
Mhm.
like that. That's the reason why the person is going through.
I completely agree with that. Yeah, I mean, what you say is so true. We have Jesus, right? But I mean, Jada's opinion, but I feel like that's what doctor when you're sick, when you have to get some medicine, even if when you're hungry and need to go to the grocery store. So you're gonna sit there and be hungry, or you gonna, go where God has allowed for grocery stores to be here. God has allowed for doctors to be here and mental health therapists. So yeah, I completely agree with that. All right, we have to wrap it up, but I'm gonna wrap it up with this last question. Sheila, starting with you. Why, again, black folk question. Why do I have to lose my black? What is a black card, first of all? And why do I have to lose it just because I don't know how to do some, my quotations, black things? Such as, if I don't know how to play spades, why I gotta lose a black card? I mean, do all black people gotta know how to play spades? All black people gotta know the electric slide? Sheila, what? I mean, what's a black card, Sheila? Come on, give us your definition. I know this is not in Webster, but what's your definition?
I would just say things that happens in the black culture, food, entertainment, slang, outfits. You got to be a part of it.
Do I? I mean, listen. If okay, everybody know the movie Harlem Nights. So
Yes.
if I've never seen it, y'all calm down. Yes, I've seen Harlem Nights. Everybody, quit typing them emails. Quit typing. Quit typing. I've seen Harlem Nights. Okay, I know what the whole. Okay, calm down. I almost started a fight, right? But if I've never seen Harlem Nights, or God forbid, I don't bid right on a spades game. Everybody mad at me, right? Because they say black people supposed to know how to play spades. You know how to play spades?
A little bit. I know not to cut somebody. That
Tiffany,
I do know.
Tiffany, you know how to play spades.
Yes.
Okay, y'all heard how confident she was in it. Akira, you know how to play spades?
Yes, I do. I do.
Okay, I'm just saying, listen, it just seems to be okay. Question, Sheila, do you know how to do the electric slide? This supposed to be a black line dance. I mean, invented, or a line dance invented, seemed like by only black people or something. Do you know how to do the electric slide?
Yes, ma'am. That was my jam.
Tiffany, do you know how to do the electric slide? Okay, she doing it on camera. I got
Yeah.
I can do it off of any song. Come on, let's go.
any song, fast and slow. Akira, I know Akira, but I gotta ask you. I already know the answer, but I have to ask. Akira, do you know how to do the electric slide?
No, and you know I don't know how to do the electric.
I didn't
Wait,
know that.
wait, let's Tiffany.
You know.
Okay, so according to the black law, Arcuria's black card has to be pulled for not. I mean, who made this rule is what I'm asking.
I think we
I
need to
mean,
pull it. I'm so sorry.
I can't dance. Sing. I can't. Oh, let
okay.
me. So my black card was
Hold on.
wrong because I never watched Good Times and I never watched Sanford
Oh,
and Son either.
Oh, girl, I don't even
And
know how you still in this group. Wait a minute, you ain't never seen Good Times?
Pass the card over. Pass it over.
but
Come on, pass it over.
I never really
Pass.
watched. I never
Mm-mm.
watched it. Really.
Somebody
I
take
feel
the
like
whole deck from her, not just a card. Get the whole deck from her.
yes, I never watched Good
Why
Times.
not? Why
I
not?
just wasn't into it. It was okay. And my mom, she loves Sanford and Son, but I never cared for it. It was just like,
See,
yeah.
that's why me and your mama get along right now. In spirit
Well,
and in truth, me and your mama.
maybe is it a age thing? Why she really wasn't into it?
For me,
No, I
I'm
mean,
no.
asking.
No, because my brother, he's only 2 years older than me, and he watched it. It was just I just didn't care for it.
okay.
The
Wait a minute.
1 or 2 episodes I did watch. Like I can't tell
Only
you. I
two
know
episodes.
JJ, but like I can't even remember the mama name. Like I don't even.
hold on. Why you say JJ like that? JJ.
Right.
JJ.
And I only know that from the commercials. Like, like
Oh
commercials.
my goodness.
And you don't know Florida Evans? Florida
Florida's
Florida Evans?
That's the mama.
Mama. Florida Evans.
Okay.
Oh,
You
y'all,
don't know
she
who
telling the
Penny with the
truth. Wait a minute. For those
So
that's
I know
listening,
Penny got burnt with the iron,
Wait.
but I only know that from watching something and they were talking about her getting burnt.
wait, let's pause for a moment. Everybody pause. For those that's listening, y'all, we not making this up. Akira's telling the truth. She didn't even know the mama name for real. Y'all didn't hear it in her voice. Wait a minute. No, don't Google. No Googling allowed. Last question, and I need everybody to answer real quick because I'm past my time. We gotta wrap this up for sure. Everybody answer real quick. Do other people have cards that they have to pull? Do you think it's a white card or an Asian card? The same way we got black cards. Tiffany, what you think? Real quick.
They need one.
Oh my God. I ain't gonna even ask you why. I don't want to know why. Y'all DM me and let me know why y'all think that they need a card according to Tiffany. Sheila, what do you think? You think it's a white card, an Asian card, Hispanic card?
Well, I would say if you're dating somebody out of your race and your family
Ooh.
is not into that, they might pull your card.
Ooh, that's a good one. I mean, you gotta if you're gonna date a black person, you need to be in tune of all things black, right? I'm curious, do you think other races have cards that spool? I don't know, Curious. We done already pulled yours.
I agree with Tiffany. They should have a card since y'all pulling my black cards and stuff.
Or you know what? Also, if like a Latino doesn't know Spanish, if they were raised in America and their parents didn't teach them, because some parents don't teach their kids back in the day, their language because they wanted them to speak English, or it just was easier to speak English, and so the other race, their race or their culture, were kind of like get them the side eye because they don't know Spanish or that their
Yeah,
language.
that's a good one. I think I've heard that before. I think I've heard that from a friend of mine who is Hispanic. Yeah. I've heard that. All right, look, we got to wrap it up. Listen, I don't know. Closing thought for tonight. Black folk questions. It's for black folk, but listen, DM us, Instagram, Facebook. Let us know what you think. Answer some of the questions that I've asked, and I mean, that's fine. Y'all can hate on me. That's completely fine. I'll take it with a smile, like I always do. But y'all answer some of those questions. Or if I forgot a question, you go ahead and ask us, and hey, we'll answer it next time. Listen, my closing thought is all black people don't eat chicken and all black people don't eat watermelon. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
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 Thank you for joining our podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to follow us on IG at BLB Travel Culture and Facebook at BLB Culture. Send us a message and let us know what you thought about this episode.